Hey everyone, I'm having a great week and I hope that you are too. The focus of our study has been directed to the theories and foundations of instructional design. For my assignment, I chose to discuss constructivism, which will be oriented towards adult learners. Behaviorism was my second choice, but perhaps I'll save that for another time. Let's talk about constructivism. There's strengths and there's weaknesses in this learning theory, just like there are in the others. I'll discuss some of the pros and cons as it relates to constructivism, adults, and online learning. I thought that perhaps it would be helpful to clarify what it is we actually mean when we reference online learning. A simple definition of online learning or e-learning is found in the Horton text. Horton says that e-learning is the use of electronic technologies to create learning experiences. Simple, right? Horton actually acknowledges that the ambiguity of his definition. He reasons that the open-endedness of it promotes freedom in the process. Now, Clark and Mayer, they offer a similar definition, defining as instruction delivered on a digital device that is intended to support learning. As you can see, both are pretty similar to each other. So, regarding constructivism, on the website of Michael and Amanda Sapkew, I think I said that right, they indicate that constructivism, it posits that learning is an active process and the learner is a constructor of knowledge. Now, when I read their depiction of constructivism, I find that it's slightly more consistent with the Horton definition of e-learning, where it's described as this open-ended and free and creative process, where the Clark and Mayer definition seems to depict e-learning as more of a conveyance or a delivery system, almost mechanical. A strength of constructivism. It lies in its consistency with the way that adults learn. For example, adults, they draw from their experiences, their past, and their knowledge to solve problems and to find context when they're learning new things. An instructional designer using a constructivist approach to online course development will consider this. Perhaps they'll create a learning experience or activity that allows the adult learner to solve a problem or build upon an idea using their existing knowledge. Now, in doing so, that adult learner is actively learning. Here's a weakness. As it relates to an online course, in the constructivist approach, the teacher's role becomes more of a facilitator or a collaborator than a teacher or lecturer. Where in a traditional in-person class of adult learners, facilitation is sometimes needed. It's necessary to keep the students on track, on target, when engaging in learning activities where they can get off course. Now, because online learning is likely to be asynchronous, corrective action from the teacher or the facilitator, it might not occur in the manner or method or time needed the most. I think a practical application of the constructivist theory in course development would be to create a research and discussion assignment or project. As a facilitator, I could prompt my students to research a topic that could be through a textbook, a scholarly article, or other media source. I would require the students to comment on their research, perhaps discuss its applicability to the topic. Students would then, in some format, interact with each other on that research with other students. That social, collaborative component, it contributes to the learning as well as does examining the ideas of others and critiquing them. So those are some of my thoughts on the constructivist theory. Thank you very much and hope you have a great week.